Welcome to Film Study, an all-American podcast with Lexi. I'm Lexi. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, all the things, like it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all of the things. Here are Kat and mine's predictions for All-American episode 417, Hate Me Now. But next episode, Hate Me Now. It says reevaluating. Spencer and Olivia are forced to acknowledge how much they have changed after some quality time together doesn't go smoothly, putting a strain on their relationship. On a road trip to San Diego, Jordan helps Layla to gain the courage to get the closure she needs. Asher turns to Billy for advice after he gets a big opportunity that might cost him more than he bargained for when it comes to his friendships. Meanwhile, Coop and Patience come to an agreement on how to navigate their new situation. And great director, great writer, Spencer Pasinger co-wrote this episode. I think this is the first episode he's ever
written. It's very exciting. I know.
So, yes, very, very exciting. But let's start with the Coop and Patience, because we're talking.
Okay, well, my prediction, I'm going to go with what I hope to see. I hope to see that they sort of sit down and they go, okay, we are going to be jealous, we're going to have uncomfortable feelings, but we're moving on and we made that decision, so let's respect each other's space and, maybe we don't bring people around each other's events or around the house and, we move forward. Like, I really hope that is the conversation that they have.
I love that. Ground rules. I'm
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah. Boundaries.
Do I think? I don't know. I'm really interested to see how they're having Patience deal with it. I would love, after that talk that Sabine gave her, I would love to see Patience start to get more invested in her career, because I don't think that was a throwaway line by Sabine, because she specifically said, like, I started taking my career more seriously. So I think that there's a reason that they said that, and I think that they alluded to it with her not being as on it with the things that she needed to do. So I would love to see Patience be like, you know what, like, I'm not even focused on that, and I'm gonna focus on my career. So that's what I hope. But yeah, I also hope to see them laying down some ground rules as well.
For sure.
Asher, that man. No, he hasn't been that bad this season.
No, he really
Asher and
hasn't.
Billy, he hasn't. But it's like
So
my
wait,
two
what is
least
it?
favorite
I'm
people.
sorry, I can't remember what it says about Asher and Billy. Tell me one more time.
Asher turns to Billy for advice after he gets a big opportunity that might cost him more than he bargained for when it comes to friendships. The big opportunity we know from the trailer is his coach at Coastal California, Coach Montez, asked him to basically evaluate Scout Spencer.
Right.
And so that's the beginning of that.
I mean, it's obviously not going to go well because we know if we read synopsis from, future episodes, their tension continues to build. So,
yeah.
All will not be right in Whoville. So that is not going to go well for him. But specifics, I don't know. That's actually really interesting, though. I'm actually very interested in that. And also, Spencer and Asher have a ton of baggage that they have absolutely never confronted. It's incredible that they've even managed to stay friends without confronting it. So I hope that it all just comes out. And I think that they hinted earlier in the season that it will, when, like, Spencer almost started to say something and Asher was like, I really can't be hearing all this. Like, we are not having this conversation right now. Right. So, I think maybe it doesn't go well. And I don't know. I do think it's going to be a Pandora's box sort of situation, though.
It is, and it's like the thing is, like, are Spencer and Asher really friends? Like, they've made strides.
They're not, like, there's no contention there. Like, they have plenty of scenes where like they're fine, or they joke around, they live together, and they're like, hey, you know what I mean? Like, there are scenes where they're like, hey, man, like, it's not like always tense. There's no like active hate. There's like buried, issues.
Which is why, like, I hope that they explore the question, like, are they really friends?
Yeah, me too.
And yeah, no, same as you. I'm so excited because the writers have been super intentional about having Asher and Spencer be on good terms
Yeah.
despite everything that goes on. So it's going to be really interesting if this is like the straw that breaks the camel's back, is this scout
Yeah.
um scouting team thing.
Yeah.
Um so that's that. Jordan and Layla.
They're gonna run
Jordan and
off and
Layla
get
going.
married. I'm just kidding. I think we're obviously gonna have to see Carrie again. I think that's gonna be a really emotional. Okay, all right. I'm gonna get really fangirl with it for a second, and I just want to apologize to
Do
anybody
it.
out there
Don't
who. But
apologize.
I'm just gonna. I'm gonna go wild with it. So I don't know if everyone's ever seen A Walk to Remember that's listening to this, but
Oh, that's my favorite movie.
yeah, so like she's like having a hard time to say the least, and so he does all these things for her that she's like always wanted to do. Like he takes her to two places at once and gives her like a little
Hmm.
fake tattoo and all these cute things. And I feel like maybe everything is going to be really hard and emotional. I think they're going to go see Carrie first, and then on the way back maybe Jordan does like these things, like we see them maybe at a movie in the park in the trailer for the upcoming
Yep.
episode. So it's like
Yep.
maybe she's like, well, I've always wanted to do this, and he's like, I have an idea. Let's like do something to make her happy, and then she maybe realizes like this guy would do anything to be there for me and make me
To make
happy.
me
And
happy. Oh
then
my
maybe we
god.
have like a canon realization here from at least one of them, and maybe I don't think they're gonna kiss, but maybe an
Oh
almost
man.
kiss. I think we might get it.
Oh man. I yeah. Ugh, he would do anything for her. Um, yeah, I actually haven't thought about like the details of this other than that I think that something is going to happen that uh escalates their situation,
I
escalates their
do
like
think there. I
romantic
do think
situation.
she's gonna. I do think she's gonna get closure with Carrie. I do think we're like wrapping that up. I don't think it's gonna like
Right.
open up like a new like I do because if he suggested it and then it went bad, then it would just cause like a rift between them, and I don't think that's where we're headed. I think we're
Right.
headed to
Yeah.
like them getting closer. So I think that that will
Oh
be
yeah.
wrapped up, and then something will happen. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I honestly I don't know if they're going to spend as much time on the Carrie bit. Or maybe that's just me being like I don't care about the Carrie. I mean, I do care for her closure's sake,
Yeah.
but like spending less time with actually Carrie and
Yeah.
spending
That
more time like you were said
on the
like
road trip.
recovering from that right on the road trip. So I think most of the time is going to be spent on the road trip and yeah, I just think that they're going to have a moment. I don't know what yet. I almost think I'm not gonna say it has to be, but it, I have strong feelings it'll be something like an almost kiss, but it's gonna be like very clearly romantic. Like you
Yeah.
said,
Yeah.
someone is going to realize their feelings.
Yes.
Um, and yeah, it's just gonna be an undeniable moment
Yeah,
for them.
at the very least, one person realizes their
Right.
feelings. At the very least, that's what happens. It could be
At the
more
very least,
things
one
happening
person
though.
stops lying to the audience to say,
Yeah,
okay, I'm just coming for like.
exactly.
I really feel strongly that she knows. That's the only reason I'm saying this. And I do think that Jordan is going to, uh, because Jordan is like is a character that seems very in love with love. I think that we've seen him have these moments where I point to like the look in 308 where he's just like looking and he looks like so just happy to be around her. Obviously, like the prom, him that dance, and him like going back for her and leaving, and the look of just like okay, let me leave. Um, so there have been moments where we've seen Jordan's feelings, I think, but this
Definitely.
one, it's gonna start to uh, become more and more clear for Jordan, I think too.
Yeah, I do think we will. So my prediction going on from Jordan and Simone, I think that Simone is going to come back, and she's going to be on an episode of All American. Which episode is I Came Back for You?
And the next one after
Okay,
this.
yeah. I think she's going to come back because she has, as like a last ditch effort for them kind of thing. And I think that is when Jordan
Being
and
like, let
Simone
it
are.
die.
Yeah, no. Because she hasn't even been on the show yet since she left. So I think she's going to come back and that's going to be when those two break up.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree. I think that
Yeah.
they're breaking up in the next episode after this one. Um and yeah, it will be very interesting because I think that, yeah, like I said, something is going to continue to shift for Jordan and Layla,
Yes,
basically
yes.
to wrap it up.
Absolutely.
Um and at the same time, something's going to shift for Spencer and Olivia. Them being forced to acknowledge how much they've changed. Is this going to be about Spencer and his increasing obsession with his brand? Do you think?
I mean, I don't I don't know. I kind of hope not. Because as much as I like the NIL stuff, I feel like maybe we already went through the whole like don't be obsessed with your brand, just figure I don't know. I would like something a little more complex than that, but I don't
Hmm.
know what they would realize about each other that has changed because I do feel like they're despite the fact that they don't see eye to eye on some things, I do feel like they're in a really good place.
Right.
And so I'm interested on how each other has changed, you know, in like a way where maybe like it would cause friction and not be a good thing almost. So I guess maybe it has to be the brand stuff.
Yeah. That's definitely what I thought when I first saw this, that it was going to be a brand, but I don't know. This episode didn't seem like he was thinking about his brand in an unhealthy way.
Yeah, and like
So,
she was fine. I mean, like she was relatively like she understands that he's going for it. Like haven't I just feel like we've been through that. We've had this conversation already with like when we
right.
met Davita. Davita, is that her name? Da-
Yeah, Davita.
Davita, yeah. So we've kind of like moved past. It feels like we've already had the conversation, but I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know what else it could
And
be
then it
though.
hasn't been
So
taken to new heights. Exactly. So it'll be interesting. I'm not really sure what's going to happen talking about how much they've changed cuz yeah, I don't know. But that remains to be seen, but those are our predictions. Basically, something's going to happen with Patience and Coop. Something's going to happen with Jordan and Layla, and Asher and Spencer are finally going to come to a
have
head.
it
And
out.
it's right, have it out, but it's also like not. I don't even think it's gonna be like the full having it out because I
No,
think
no,
their
not yet.
having it out is gonna come in the next episode after this
Yeah,
one. So it's like
yeah.
you really gotta watch for the next two episodes.
That's what I mean. That's one of the many things that I love about All American. I feel like when it needs more than one episode, they give it space to breathe, and it's
Yeah,
never like, oh, we've wrapped this up in 53 minutes or 42 minutes or however
right,
long it is. Yeah.
right. No, I agree. I agree. But yes, those are our predictions. And Kat, thanks for coming on again.
Thank you for having me. I'll come back and talk All
Yeah.
American anytime with you.
Thanks for listening to Film Study, an All American podcast. Stay tuned for the next episode.